All right, now we're going to do the shaping for the boule. For a banneton, we need to flour this banneton so that it will be less likely to stick. This is actually rice flour, but you can use just regular flour. You can also just, you don't have to have any of these fancy tools. You can shake it out like that. But I do like to use the sifter. It lets me kind of control where I put the rice flour. So you get a nice coating of rice flour. We're also going to put flour on the dough before we put it into the banneton. So that's what we're going to do with the rice flour. I'm going to do a little bit of regular flour, but don't need much of this. Hit that nice and fast. And then we're going to come to the boule. Similar to the loaf pan, we're going to get flour on top of this so it's not so sticky, and a little bit of excess so that if we can hit it if we need to. Smooth that out. I'm going to flip this over. And the first thing we're going to do is just kind of spread it out a little bit. And since we're doing a boule, it's the exact same process as we did for the pre-shape. So we're just going to grab an end, tuck it in, work our way around. We're going to make a nice circle. This is just increasing that tension on the outside. Any big bubbles that come to the surface, we can go ahead and pop. And once we get this all gathered in, we're going to flip it back over and then get some of that tension again like we did before. So you're wanting to really pull this into itself so that you get that additional tension. So there we go. We got a nice round shape here. I'm going to put a little bit more flour on, like I said, to try to keep this from sticking to the banneton. But we do have the flour in the banneton as well. So get that covered. And then what we're going to do is just take the top, and that's going to go down because we're going to flip it out the opposite way when we actually get ready to bake. I'm doing a cold ferment on this, so I'm going to be putting this into the refrigerator. But now I've got this in the banneton. This is what it looks like. You can kind of stitch this together a little bit, but it is not real important on how that works. This is going to be sitting in the refrigerator for 12 to 36 hours before I actually bake it. So that's what we've got. Grab one of my shower caps, cover this up, and then we put it in the fridge for the cold fermentation. And that's it.